We may be the first kith in centuries to set foot in this place. Hopefully, we will live to tell someone about it.
On it.
This where Gone stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
I've got it. Will do.
Extinguished or crushed, us all, Defiler. Damned Reaper of Souls and God of Lies, Magran's most foul enemy. Servants of the Defiler God, damn you! You are not mistaken. I am but one of Magran's elite champions, birthed from her flames, soon reunited in glory.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return. least this means they're all dead, right?
I've got it. I'll get it open. Got it.
Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how? You must seek to follow in your Defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys before you char his bones to dust. Ha! You think to confront an embodied god? Then you are either powerful beyond comprehension, or as much a fool. Yet you imply you do not serve him.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live.
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kith who does not cower before Margren's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Jotiger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak. I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathoon's?
Maybe the Kifs will last longer. Only Margren's shrine with our Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler god. Kith, if Margren wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way. Our duty is foremost to Margren. We guard the maw to its fiery end. First, we recover the wounded and their weapons, drag them into the Jagged Keep. And then, we will kill a god. Segra, help me with the bodies, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't be helped, Rakir. These fallen are brittle.
I'll get it open.
Reckon this is what happens when you try to keep a god from enacting his plans.
Should we be concerned about that?
Ain't the volcanoes in Mogren's Teeth supposed to be inactive? I got a bad feeling this one's waking up.
Will do. On it.
They're with Gone now.
Enemies ahead. Sure.
It's beyond me.
How old is this fortress? It is incredible that it even exists in this place.
I've got it.
Tell me. I know that look.
Yeah? Sure.
Scurriers in my keep! Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas! Nay, I will not risk the spread of the Defiler's filth during this time of crisis. May Magren forever burn your soul in agony. You'll find no mercy in the Everflame.
What are these giants preparing to do? Attack Aethys? They will die to the wrath.
I reap what I sow. Mo ixi honor.
Not happening.
Death to those men! Madico! I need to try something else.
Will do. Enemies ahead. Right. Sure.
That's it!
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. Oh, ixi. Oh, hell!
On it.
There,
Let's go.
ahead. Look, there is something over there.
Ixi honor.
Got it. Will do. I'll get it open. Done. I've got it. Found something. Sure. Will do.
All right, that one felt more serious. This does not sound good.
The Brentfist tarries for too long. Yet only she is fit to fire the shrine. Go and ensure that she returns readily with the ancients.
It would be my honor, Bathor.
Return in victory, Rekir.
Yes, Bathor.
And remember, you are a bold one to attack us in our own seat of power. I hope you are prepared to die here, for I will soon prostrate you on the altar of Margaret and burn you for her glory. Given the circumstance, I will hear your reason for being here, but my patience burns quickly, Kith. What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret? Then you two have cause against Aethys, as we do. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the mall. The shrine will lower us to the sacred archipelago, where the embodied god now gluts himself. Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing. We guard the sacred depths of the mall. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
Did you follow that?
So what you're saying is, we need a sacred torque to unlock the shrine, to go deeper into the mall?
I don't suppose you have this talk on hand?
Did you expect to answer a riddle, then navigate a labyrinth to access the way? Our High Priestess. The Brentfist is the torque's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep. Our first defense against the Defiler God lies in shambles. So the Brentfist has hastened to summon our ancient ally to battle. She is deep within the lair of the Ancients, west of the keep. When she returns to us with the dragon, we will fire the shrine and strike down the Defiler. Return our Brenthis and the talk, and we will let you join us in glorious battle indeed. To die for Margren is the greatest honor. We live only to protect the goddess, and to serve her will. And Margren has obliterated Aethys before, has she not? Bravery burns within your blood. It stokes my respect. I approve of this venture. Until the Brenthis returns with the Ancient, my warriors will remain restless and ill at ease. Rakir, go to the lair of the Ancient and carry out my command. You will permit this Kith to assist you, presuming he can muster the strength.
It will be done. You have my word, Bathor.
Kith, should you return the talk, and our priestess along with it to the shrine, you will have proven your worth by serving Margren's cause. And you, Segroth, lay a protection upon the Kith. The lair of the Ancient is a deadly place, deadened to a great dragon. This shall safeguard you against the fire and fumes that fill the caverns.
Think she's a nice dragon?
I wonder what she thinks of all this. Seeing her creations snuffed out as easily as a candle's flame. Does she feel anything at all?
On it.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties. Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report? Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came. Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form. I formed the Rathum to serve, to ward against Kith in order to safeguard Ukaizo. Now they have served me. Their sacrifice is not without honor, as yours, too, will be. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
You must gather your party.
Up ahead. There. Up ahead.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
I do not know much about volcanoes, but when they keep rumbling like this, that is not good, yes?
Faye, 'tis a right foul stench.
This place smells and feels like hell in the stories Uncle Engbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
I've got it.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me.
survived this long near the keep. We may be able to reason with it.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No, no. That can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Blessed and terrible Ancient One, the Bathor sends me in search of...
You mean the scorched remains on that mound over yonder? Anxiety-laced meat tastes exquisite. She was drenched with it. Fear, sweat, surprise. We struck a deal, eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket. The Rathun would pay their tributes of flesh and blood, fire and gold. And I, when called upon, would fight fiercely at their side.
Why? Why have you dishonored our agreement, Ancient One? The Brenthis came to call you into battle.
That arrogant priestess thought to ride me, the magma that fires the mountain. She sought to command me. So I consumed her. The Rathun forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me. And I would never fight a god for fools.
Foul traitor! You wretched, god-forsaken beast!
One call to duty in centuries, and you are too cowardly to answer it. Pathetic.
You are a creature most amusing. Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live. Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den? Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm. How dare these gods war in my den? I told the Rathun I would have none of it. And I won't. I shall leave until the fires have cooled. I fly.
Will do.
It is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced. Who will lay the talk before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margaret.
Rest easy now, Priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment, too.
My brethren, Veld.
Why should I trust the words of an outsider? Maybe you seek to sow discord, or to stay our attack. Nay, unless the Brenthis returns and tells us otherwise, the attack will proceed as planned. And it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand. To return in victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among kith. What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless. Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies. Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength. If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine, with the talk of the Ether Flame. But we cannot join you as yet, in facing the Defiler. If that is the goddess's ever-burning will, we Rathun will abide it. Could her will be for us to flee like cowards? We are Margaret's creatures, formed from her flames. We exist only to further her greatness.
And if Margaret would rather have you die for nothing than survive, she is not worth serving anyway.
As you say, Margaret has chosen to sacrifice this site. Far be it from us to spurn her offering to the war. We will evaluate them more, and instead guard the other volcanoes of the Teeth. I believe she will approve of this destiny we have chosen. Keep the talk. Use it to lower the shrine if you are determined still to meet with Aethys. May the heat of your soul lead you to victory.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shoti stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far? You have done much in this life, it's true. But if it weren't for your past with Theos, with Iovara, you never would have come down this path. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have, and I got a request. Down here. Gone. Look how full my lantern is! I've been harvesting day and night for you, my god!
Lantern rattling, sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shoti, I do not mean to diminish your presence here, but this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer. He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now. You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods? And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know. Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others. Yes, I am sacrificing lives from this generation for the benefit of those who have not yet been born. The other gods may be willing to make similar sacrifices, but they will be in vain. I am going to force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another, and all the powers of hell cannot drive me from this course. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told. It is what we have tasked them with for thousands of years. Even their clumsiest attempts to cloud the truth can be easily accepted by those who want desperately to believe it. And so have the gods, with their help, maintained this illusion for hundreds of generations. But even a beautiful illusion is still a lie, obfuscating reality even as it points to a transcendent truth. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Too late! You gotta take the souls I harvested for you!
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me. Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys' great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. The great keep, recently abandoned by the Rathun, is quickly consumed by the lava. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, You reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again? Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who gave the lost souls of the Deerwood to the strongest of that land? The soul observes you, waiting. I am. Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves, Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together. The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys's hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, You see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo? He's going to stop the wheel? Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us. You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
Are you quite all right? You have been out of sorts since... whatever that was.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
what we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
Forgive me, Lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods? Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely. Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage? Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ach, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
If he's heading to Okaizo, then the time for speeches is over. We have to act quickly. Defending Okaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the
Watcher,
chance.
I would like to speak with you, if you have a moment. I appreciate your help with Jacquelin. Without you, I could not have saved him. And it has made me think about the future of Anamancy, especially in the republics. I know that my love of country may seem strange to you. At times, it even seems strange to me. The Republics are the only love I have ever known. I would give all that I have to them, to our people, to our future. If love means to feel the way I do about my country, no. What I feel is about more than one person, more than the Dukes. There is a spirit between us, all of my people, that transcends individual citizens and leaders. It binds us together and carries us forward. It is what drives us to create, to learn, to push the boundaries of what we know about Eora, about the in-between, about the beyond itself. It is a spirit that lives in the heart of every Valian, and it is what gives me the strength to believe that Eora will see a better future. Gelarde. You know the future the Republics can bring. Just as you can see that the time may soon come when your hand will choose the fate of the people of the Deadfire. When that time comes, I believe, I know, you will see the future as I do. Until then, Gores.
All this chasing after Aethys, it's brought back memories of the Saints' War. Just how scared everyone was, mostly. Everybody put on a brave face, made all these claims about what they'd do when they met a god in battle. There was no sadder sight than a group of us talking big, trying to outdo one another. Even the fella that led us, he used to say he knew all these different ways you could kill a god, if you were so inclined. Of course, at night he'd grind his teeth so hard it sounded like he was chewing rocks, in case you were curious if he really had it in him. I wouldn't have traded him. The ones that died, most of them died brave. The ones that lived, well, they earned it. Point being, the prospect of facing a god makes cowards of most all of us. Now, here I am again, on my way to meet Aethys. Some ways I feel the same. Edgy, sick in my gut. But it's different this time. Might be because of you. We haven't gone to pieces yet, for one thing. At least not on the outside. You could have let it all end back at Cadnua, or even Gilded Vale. But you're still going, even knowing where we're headed. I haven't forgot who you are. There's part of me thinks we aren't gonna make it out of this. When I get to thinking like that, it helps to remember how you've held together. What do you think? We gonna survive all this? Whether or not I believe it, I like it just the same. I go back and forth myself. Every time we see one of those big footprints, it reminds me not to get too excited. There's a good chance we die out here, halfway across the world from anywhere I ever called home. But if I can face it like you, maybe it doesn't matter. I mean it. Don't know where I'd be right now if you hadn't come through Gilded Vale that day. There's something else I wanted to ask you. It's about Alava's boy. Well, I was thinking. He's out there, all on his own. Didn't seem like there was anyone even noticed he left to join that cult. I expect if he's left as he is, could be things don't end well for him. I thought, maybe when we're done with all this, if we make it out, I was thinking maybe I should go back there, see if there's something to be done. You got any thoughts on that? Yeah, I don't think I'd feel right if all I did was to leave him the same way I found him. I guess I might be staying in Deadfire a little longer than I thought. Anyway, time being, we got our work cut out for us. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not one for big promises. But I'm gonna beat up as many people and monsters as it takes to get you your life back. You got my word on that.